back in 1969. A thing called Woodstock. It came about kind of strangely, somewhat. We had been playing, me and Creedence, we'd been playing a bunch of shows up and down the eastern coast of the U.S. Kept seeing these billboards that said, "Come to Woodstock, peace, love, and music." And this went on for a few months, really, on into the spring. Finally started hearing about all these bands that were signed up to play there, and I'm wondering, well, why aren't they calling me? Shouldn't they be calling us? And anyway, about July, somebody called me for this thing in August, said, "Hey, John, why don't you bring Creedence up to Woodstock?" I said, all right, just give us a good spot on the bill. The fella says, "Okay, Saturday night, 9 o'clock, that's prime time, fella." So I said, all right, we'll be there. What he didn't tell me is, you're gonna follow the Grateful Dead. And that's just what we did. But anyway, we arrived there on Saturday in August 1969 by helicopter. Got out in the afternoon, looked around. You know, there were 500,000 people there. Walked around, got something to eat. Around 6 o'clock, I started to get kind of nervous because there were 5 more bands got to play before the Grateful Dead, and we're supposed to go on after them at 9 o'clock. How are we going to do this? Well, you know, this whole thing was being run by a bunch of hippies, so what do you expect? All kidding aside, truth be told, in those days, I wore a hippie too. Anyhow, and there was, 500,000 people, not one clock, let me tell you. So, got later and later, the Grateful Dead went on about midnight. They started playing that jingly, tie-dye patchouli thing that they do. They played for about an hour, and then dead silence. It sounded something like this. "Hey, Jerry!" "Yeah, man." "Where's my guitar?" "I don't know, man." But after about an hour of silence, they kicked up and started playing again. They played another 45 minutes, and then the Dead was done. And it was my turn. I come running out on the stage. I'm going to set the world on fire. I'm going to make my big mark here in showbiz. It's 2:30 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. I look down here and I see a whole lot of folks look just like me, except they're naked. And they're asleep. The Grateful Dead had put 500,000 people to sleep. So I commence to rockin' and roll, and I'm trying to get Homer up down here. Come on, fella! Anyway, Born on the Bayou, Keep on Jubilant, Good Golly, Miss Molly, Not stirring, nothing shaking. Finally, I go to the mic. I said, "Look, we're up here having a good time. We're playing our hearts out for you. We just hope you're having a good time, too." Way out in the darkness, some guy's flicking his lighter, and I hear him say, "Don't worry about it, John. We're with you." So I played the whole rest of my big Woodstock concert for that guy. Then I went home and I wrote this song.